Dragon's Rising Season 4 is just around the corner, with the sets coming out next month, and then the marketing starting presumably soon after that. And now, before we know a lot about the season, I want to go over a few things that I would really like to see for the 4th season of the show to do. This is not what I'm expecting to happen in Season 4, this is not a prediction video, this is just what I personally would like to see in an ideal world. Starting small, I'm really hoping that the ninja begin the season in their spectral suits. I hate it when they randomly get new suits, especially when it doesn't make sense. And it would not make any sense for them to suddenly have new outfits given their current situation. I really like what Season 3 did at the beginning of the season with the suits, so I'm hoping something similar will happen at the start of Season 4. Also because I like the spectral suits a lot more than the new Draconic suits, and I would like to see them get more screen time. For the OG Ninja, I think there's a solid chance this will happen given what happened this year with the climber suits carrying over from last year. But one character I could see them wanting to get their new outfit as soon as possible is Arin, since narratively it doesn't make sense for Arin to still be in his dark attire now that he's fully separated from Roz and is back with the ninja. Context-wise, it wouldn't make sense for him to suddenly have new clothes out of nowhere, but I could totally see the animators wanting to get him out of his Season 3 suit as soon as possible to show that he has moved on. I would prefer it if that happened at a point where it makes sense, but I could see him beginning the season with his new suit, which would be a bit disappointing, but I would understand where they're coming from. Keeping on the topic of Arin, please let Season 4 get his character back on track. The first 15 episodes of Season 3 did do Arin really well. Not perfect, but pretty dang well. But then the first thing he does once he's back with the ninja after fully parting ways with Roz is start complaining about how he doesn't have an elemental power. Him doubting himself and beating himself up for trusting Roz is fine. Good even. But my guy, I thought we were over the power stuff. I thought that insecurity had been dealt with and was not a thing anymore. You've literally just got your parents back and you be grateful for what you have for 5 seconds. Enough with the feeling like you don't belong because you don't have an elemental power. You know ninjutsu. You killed a giant soul-sucking dragon. Just shut up, please. And then later he makes the decision that he wants to quit the ninja. That is such an interesting direction. I cannot wait to see where they go with it. He does a complete 180 after killing a giant soul-sucking dragon. Again. I just don't know what we're doing with Arin's character at this point. I thought his arc about feeling he doesn't belong with the ninja was pretty much over, but I guess not. I don't even know if they know what they're doing with him, because the whole I want to quit the ninja thing was just hollow drama. I simply want Season 4 to choose a reasonable and new direction to take his character in, move away from Season 1 to 3 arc, and do something new with him, maybe focus more on his object ninjutsu. In a similar vein, Lloyd. His character in the 3rd season, to put it simply, is a mess, and he kinda reverted back to being a bit boring for me. But there's only one request I have for the writers: bring back his visions. That's it. That's all I ask, just simply bring back his visions, and that will solve most of my issues. Season 4 is rumored to be focusing on his elemental power and past elemental masters of life, so with that and all the Source Dragon drama happening, I think that the visions would fit in really nicely. Just please bring them back, I am begging you. 2 other OG Ninja I want to briefly touch on are Jay and Cole. With Jay, I ask that they just keep doing what they're doing. He was amazing in Season 3, honestly, might have even been the best character in Season 3. And I want to see it carried into Season 4. As well as his ponytail. I'm not ready for that to go just yet either. I've talked quite a bit about Cole recently, but for Season 4, I'm simply wanting to see him partake in the A-plot and interact with more members of the team who are on Zane. That can't be a lot to ask for, please make it happen. 2 new ninja I want to touch on are Wildfire and Frack. Give them something to do. Do something with these characters that isn't them obsessing over their crushes. Anything. Literally anything. They didn't do crap in Season 3, which is especially bad for Frack, considering it was his debut season as a main character, and you barely did anything with him. I know I just said that I don't want something related to either of their crushes, but I just had an idea. What if Wildfire finds out about Frack's crush on Sora and becomes his wingman? That would give them tons of screen time together, which would be amazing and a great progression for both of their characters. Wildfire can try and mentor Frack like Kai did with her and try and be the leader Egot wanted her to be. Remember, this is in an ideal world, and my ideal resolution for Frack's crushing on Sora is for Sora to reject him and him have to accept that and move on, which could happen here. But really, please just do something with these two. They desperately need attention. I think this is the final thing I want to talk about, and that's that I think Jordana really needs to come back. She was not in Season 3 at all, which was pretty disappointing. So she really better be in Season 4. And with Sora's group almost definitely returning to the Shadow Dojo next season, that would be the perfect place to bring her back. I'm not sure what they would do with her, but I think a redemption arc would be a great direction to take her in. And that seemed to be what they were setting up in Season 2. But really, Jordana is just one of the best villains in the first 2 seasons of the show. And I kind of hate that they just completely dropped her for Season 3, so please bring her back in Season 4. There might be some more things, there probably are some more things, but that's all I'm going to talk about in this video. Partly because, at the time I'm writing this, I am only 4 subscribers away from hitting 1,000, which is crazy. And if you've seen any of my videos from the past few months, then you know that I will be doing both a Q&A and a collection showcase to celebrate hitting 1K. And now that I'm so close, I should probably actually get started on making that video so I can get it out on time. I have not started on that video yet. I really should. But back to Dragon's Rising, I can't really say how I feel about the upcoming season until we start seeing trailers and clips. But at the moment, I'm not incredibly hyped. I'm not gonna lie, this year kind of dampened my overall interest in the show, with Season 3 being as disappointing as it was, as well as with all the leaks. What this year has taught me is that you should never get your hopes too high when it comes to Ninjago. This show is incredibly inconsistent, has been for pretty much the last 15 years, but 2025 has just really nailed that in for me. This could all change when the hype for the next 10 episodes really begins, but at the moment, while there are things I'm wanting to see from Season 4, it's really hard for me to have much faith any of this will actually happen. Right now, at the end of the year, my Ninjago interest is at an all-time low, which really sucks, especially considering that just at the beginning of the year, it was at an all-time high. But yeah, that's all for this video. This will probably be my last video before I hit 1K, which is really cool. How hyped are you guys for the 4th season of Dragon's Rising, and what do you want to see from it? And with that, really appreciate it if you took 2 seconds to like and subscribe. Bye!